California State University workers are launching a 5-day strike. Over 500,000 of beds are being recalled, and Stanley Cup users are concerned of possible lead exposure. All this and more on this episode of Hawk TV News. Welcome back to Hawk TV News. We hope everyone had a great break. I'm Megan Kelly.
And I'm Sydney Cherwin.
Nearly 30,000 professors, librarians, and other employees in the California State University system are set to launch a 5-day strike on Monday, potentially canceling classes for 460 students across the university's 23 campuses. Faculty members are demanding a 12% pay hike, a higher minimum salary, and longer parental leave. The president of the California Faculty Association, Charles Toombs, says we need to be paid for the tremendous work we do to make the California State University system a great system. In October, 95% of union members voted to authorize a strike after CSU stood by its offer of a 5% pay increase that would go into effect January 31st. CSU Vice Chancellor for Human Resources, Leora Friedman, says we may have been in the bargaining process for 8 months and the California Faculty Association has shown no movement, leaving us no other option. On Friday, CSU reached a contract agreement with more than 1,000 skilled trade workers who had otherwise planned to participate in the strike. The deal included guaranteed annual salary increases and the return of a salary step system that codifies promotions according to Teamsters Local 2010, who represent the trade workers. Time will tell if faculty and CSU can strike a deal.
A fire broke out in New Brunswick, New Jersey this past week at a mattress warehouse. Crews went on the scene starting at 5 p.m. on Wednesday for the 7-alarm fire. Videos show smoke flying out of the warehouse onto George Road and Nassau Street. Firefighters expect to be on the scene throughout the night in order to stop the fire. There are no injuries reported, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Dexter Scott King, the youngest son of civil rights icon Martin Luther King Jr., died Monday at 62 years old from prostate cancer. King served as the chairman of the Martin Luther King Center for Nonviolent Social Change and was president of the King Estate. He attended his famous father's alma mater, Morehouse College, and played his father in a small role in 2002 CBS movie, The Rosa Parks Story. King's wife, Leah Weber King, said in a statement, "He gave it everything and battled this terrible disease until the end. As with all the challenges in his life, he faced this hurdle with bravery and might, sending thoughts and prayers to the King family."
Next, we have James with a movie review on The Beekeeper.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the first Hawk TV commentary of 2024. I'm very excited and happy to be back doing these, and I look forward to doing more in the future. Now, from what I've heard, usually at the start of every new year, January never really has the best track record when it comes to new movie releases. However, the other night I watched The Beekeeper for the first time, and I was not disappointed with it. Towards the end of 2023, I was interested to see this film after watching a few trailers for it in theaters, along with being slightly skeptical about it at the same time, since the director also did Suicide Squad from 2016, and that film was a little bland to me, at least from what I remember, because it's been a while. Thankfully, though, I can say that David Ayer did a great job with this film from start to finish. Jason Statham is a true gem as always, and I also got a lot of John Wick vibes from this, especially with how the story progresses. Also, the whole idea of the Beekeeper organization was cool and unique. My only nitpick with the film is that I felt there were some pacing issues here and there, but not enough to detract from the overall film for me. In the end, I think this film was a standout for January of this year. I highly recommend checking it out because it can make a great popcorn flick, especially with the current cold weather we have right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's great to be back, and I'll send it back over to the news desk. Take care.
Thanks, James. We'll have to check it out. More than 500,000 beds sold at retailers Walmart and Wayfair are under recall because they can break during use. The The recall included several different models and sizes of low-profile standard and platform beds from Home Design Inc., produced in Malaysia, between July 2018 and November 2023. The Silver Lake, Indiana-based furniture wholesaler received 128 reports of these beds breaking, sagging, or collapsing when used, resulting in 36 unspecified injuries to date. Both Home Design and U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission are urging consumers with recalled beds to stop use immediately and contact the company for free replacement slats and side rails.
Recent social media posts have raised concerns about lead exposure risks from drinking out of Stanley mugs. Stanley responded, acknowledging the use of lead manufacturing, but clarifying that the risk arises only if the stainless steel cover at the bottom comes off, exposing the lead pellet used for vacuum insulation sealing. The company is working on alternative materials. Social media users have conducted at-home lead tests with mixed results. Lead poisoning activist Tamara Rubin flagged lead presence in Stanley tumblers, emphasizing potential risks if protective covers come off. Lead exposure can lead to severe health consequences, especially for children. Stanley advises submitting a claim through their lifetime warranty if the cover comes off, and experts suggest there is no risk if the cover remains intact.
The salmonella outbreak linked to cantaloupe is officially over, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC made the announcement on Friday after more than 400 people fell ill in 44 states, resulting in 158 hospitalizations and 6 deaths. The affected Malchita and Rudy brand cantaloupes were sold at various stores, including Trader Joe's, between September and December last year. It is advised that individuals who may have purchased cantaloupe products during specified period check for recall information. And as always, if there is uncertainty, it is recommended to discard the product, especially if it was placed in the freezer.
We're going to hand things off to Bryn, where she'll be sharing Valentine's Day activities to check out in Asbury Park.
Hey everyone, my name is Bryn, and with Valentine's Day right around the corner, I'll be sharing some activities and places to check out in the Asbury Park area. Whether you're celebrating with friends, a partner, or by yourself, there are many fun things to do to celebrate the day. First, Asbury Park is having a Valentine's Day Bazaar on Saturday, February 10th. From noon to 5 p.m., there will be shops with handmade gifts, local vendors, photo stations, a flower bar, workshops, and more. Guests of all ages can enter for free, so make sure to check it out. On the day itself, a great place to grab dinner is the Asbury Park Boardwalk. There are plenty of restaurants right next to the water that have a fun atmosphere for a date night. After, you can walk around and check out the different shops or go to the Silver Ball Retro Arcade. Another Valentine's Day activity is having a wine and painting night. You can either go out to a class, such as Uncorked Wine-inspired creations in Asbury Park, or just create a wine and painting night at home. You can also switch it up and paint wine glasses or candles, just make sure to get the right paint. I hope this gave you some ideas for activities to try in the Asbury Park area, and thank you for watching and have a happy Valentine's Day.
Thanks, Bryn. On January 17th, police in Roseville, California discovered a 23-year-old woman that allegedly stole 65 Stanley cups from a nearby store, worth nearly $2,500. In a Facebook statement, Roseville Police Department said staff saw a woman take a shopping cart full of Stanley water bottles without paying for them. After being confronted by retail staff, the woman refused to stop and stuffed all the cups into her car. After police arrived, she was arrested and charged with grand theft.
From Golden Bachelor, newlyweds Gary Turner and Teresa Nist were spotted dining in Long Branch and Shrewsbury this week. The couple from the first ever season of the show are trying different restaurants along the Jersey Shore, which is being documented on Gary's Facebook page. The couple married on January 4th and have been spotted recently having dinner at Trauma's Trattoria in Long Branch. In Shrewsbury, they visited the Americana Diner, where Gary posted a picture of his pancakes topped with bacon, eggs, and hash browns. If you're in the area, you might see the celebrity couple before they relocate to Charlestown, South Carolina. Our honorary member, Ian, is back with another movie review on The Holdovers. Take it away, Ian.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to your favorite show, Let's Talk Films. Over winter break, I had the chance to watch some mind-blowing and spectacular films that I want to share with you. One of those films that I had the pleasure to watch was Alexander Payne's The Holdovers. The Holdovers is a captivating cinematic journey that delves into the film's intricate and effervescent characters. The film follows the intertwined lives of 3 different and unique characters grappling with their pasts while also navigating the complexities of love, loss, and the resilience of the human spirit. The film examines the lives of 3 characters: the detested history teacher Paul Hunnam, played by Paul Giamatti, the GOAT, Barton Academy student Angus Tully, played by Dominic Sessa, and one of the Academy's chefs, Mary Lamb, played by Divine Joy Randolph. All 3 give an amazing performance that immeasurably humanizes their characters' formal relationships together in a vibrant and vivid way. There are numerous reasons why I'm in absolute love with this film. Everything from its story and cinematography to its characters and setting. The film is shot and edited akin to the style and feel of a classic 70s film. The Massachusetts setting feels dynamic and rich with life, with a stunning Massachusetts setting. Whenever I review any movie, one theory I have is that I know a movie is going to be successful when every single scene has something interesting taking place, and The Holdovers definitely proves such theory. The actors give an Oscar-worthy performance that still resides in the memory that I have from watching this movie. The actors helped make each character feel unique and story-rich within their own strengths and weaknesses, as well as emanating compassion within themselves and each other. I will never be able to rid myself of the performance that these actors gave in this film, as it was brilliant and spectacular. The Holdovers is the reason why I find storytelling remarkable. The connection that I feel within these characters feels almost human to me, and yet they don't even exist in the real world. They provide important moral messages to the viewer that one can take into accountability in their own moral lives. It's what makes the movies a magical place to be in. As of now, The Holdovers is available on Peacock, and I strongly recommend that you give it a watch as soon as possible. This is a film I wish I could watch for the very first time again and again and again. But that's all that I have to say about The Holdovers. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ian Epstein, and I will see you all next time.
Check your stock portfolio as Monday marks a great day for stockholders. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed above 38,000, setting a record high. The S&P 500 set a record high as well, closing at about 4,850. The recent surge follows a great showing for markets in 2023, driven by optimism about the prospects for a soft landing where inflation comes down to normal levels. While the economy avoids recession, the sudden rally could be due to investor anticipation of interest rate cuts at the Federal Reserve. As soon as March investor expectation is rationalized, as Federal Reserve Governor Christopher Waller said last week that the central bank expects to cut rates this year, but will not be rushed to make the decision soon. This market rally matches up with a University of Michigan consumer survey that showed investor confidence soared 13% in January, the highest level since July 2021. Business is booming.
Now here's Mairead with an update on Monmouth sports.
As we return back to campus from winter break, men and women's basketball have been on the run. The men played 6 games, traveling as far as Oklahoma to face the Sooners, while the women played 5 games, winning 4 out of the 5. The women's team returned back to the Ocean First Bank Center on January 19th to face Elon after an exciting win down at the College of Charleston, where Monmouth won by 13 points to secure their 2nd win in a row. With great efforts from Monmouth both offensively and defensively, they were able to hand the Cougars their first CAA and first home win of the season. The Hawks unfortunately could not keep the winning streak when they returned home on January 19th and fell just short to Elon 60-65. Despite the loss against Elon, the Hawks bounced right back on January 21st at Drexel, where they won 63-55 and picked up their 3rd straight win over the Dragons. After an unfortunate 3-game losing streak on the road for men's basketball, they returned home to face Hampton in an exciting 85-77 win. 4 Hawks scored in double figures to lead Monmouth to their 7th win in a row at home. Graduate student Xander Rice topped the 20-point mark for the 15th time this season, and after averaging 29.7 points per game across 3 games, he was named CAA Player of the Week on Monday, January 15th. On January 8th, Rice led his team to a 2-0 start in CAA play with 29 points in just 24 minutes, dropping 5 three-pointers. He finished 11 for 12 from the field and 5 of 5 from behind the arc, lying a single-game program record. The men and women's swim both claimed victories over St. Peter's on January 20th in a dual meet where 5 different Hawks earned multiple wins. The women's team won with a 165-63 victory to win their 4th straight dual meet in a row. The men's claimed their 3rd straight win with a 175-83 victory. Swim closes out their regular season on February 3rd at 12 p.m. when they host LaSalle at Steadman Natatorium. Men and women's track field team competed in the second of back-to-back weekends at the Ocean Breeze Athletic Complex for the Villanova Invitation, where 8 new marks were entered into the Monmouth University track and field all-time top 10 record book. Just a week prior, the men and women track and field team competed in the UPenn 10-team select meet, where junior Yasmin Tinsley broke her 3rd school record this season, as well as her personal best time. Men and women's track and field are back in action tomorrow, January 26th, for the Columbia Challenge.
Thanks, Mairead. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Hawk TV News. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Sydney Cherwin.
And I'm Megan Kelly. Have a nice night, everyone.